It's gonna be a very chill stream. It's just me like testing assets and things. Because I realize I haven't really paid much attention to like the stream aspect of stuff. Yeah! Final Fantasy XIV. One of the games I play a lot. Some would say too much. I love Reaper, so I can't really say anything. That's my like second class I play when I'm not playing Summoner, if I can help it. Yeah, you know what? That's a fair point. 99% of the time I am playing Summoner. It's honestly just the class that I've ended up being more comfortable on, which is wild because it's also the most like button-heavy class. I think that's also why I like Summoner, is because I don't really have to think too much, and that the movement abilities on Summoner is a bit better when it comes to like casting in general, because there's a lot of quick casts. So it kind of helps me not worry about like sitting in the middle of a mechanic when I'm casting. It happens, but not as much as if I was like doing like Pictomancer or Red Mage or any of the other ones. Although Red Mage is also kind of a quick caster. It just I was never able to like really brain Red Mage that much. I know my friends have been like trying to get me to like tank, and I'm like, I don't want to. Because tank is so scary compared to like the other classes. So is healer actually, but I don't know. I feel like there's like less pressure to do DPS than any of the major roles. That's fair. Healer is pretty bad if you don't really vibe with the aesthetic of it or really know what you're doing. Because the healers we have are very good, and I'm leaving them to handle that job. I guess that's true. Matt has said that tanks are very easy to like, or tanks are very boring. That's why you switched to like Pictomancer. And I kind of get that vibe too, that tanking's pretty simple. It's just, it's still a lot of pressure. But I imagine the pressure will go away once like I understand exactly how tanking works. But the only tank I have leveled up is a Dark Knight, and I know they're kind of squishy, so. Yeah, but I've heard Dark Knight kind of has gone down over time in general from Heavensward and Stormblood, I think. Which is why I'm a bit worried about playing Dark Knight. Because I love Dark Knight's story. It's just the actual gameplay of it's not great. Because I know the ones that are really good right now are like Warrior, of course, and then Paladin. Or maybe Gunbreaker. Yeah, I had a feeling Warrior would be the easiest one. I should level that one up. That's because their healing capability is pretty nice. Or self-heal, rather. All anyone needs is Bloodwetting and Felcleave. Yeah. Watching Syra play Warrior kind of gives that vibe. The first Savage actually wasn't too bad. Once we got the hang of it, we've kind of been able to just do it with no problem. I think the main thing that kind of messed us up the most was just getting to our spots where when we had to. Because that, from what I've noticed, the first Savage is very heavily reliant on making sure other people do what they're supposed to do. Which I guess is every Savage, but like that one was especially tough on that. But we were able to get it. So I was pretty happy about that. When I was watching the 3-hour-long clear you made, I was lost the whole time trying to figure out. Man, that's fair. I kind of like tried not to keep in too much when it was just us like shot calling and stuff like that. Because I realized that probably gets boring after a while if you're watching the same thing over and over. So I kind of just left in like the more interesting parts, the parts where you're wiped. But the actual concept of that first Savage is pretty simple. Although I could not for the love of you tell you like the exact mechanics without like actually doing the fight. And to be honest, I think I was relying a lot on like Cyber and them because they knew the fight a bit better than I do. And anything that involves like directions, I'm completely terrible at. Like if you're making me think of what right and left is in like a split-second decision, I will fail every time. That's why the B-Lay is a bit more easy compared, because I don't really have to worry about directions as much. Is it because of the music, or is it just because of the vibes of the fight itself? Oh, yeah, the hearts are pretty annoying. I completely understand that, yeah. And the Savage especially, there is a part where you have to deal with like the freaking baby bees. We call them the Genshin Impact bees, but the bees have it where like, it's super random. So you can't even really bait their tethers. It's like, just dodge and hope. Which is not great for Savage. Because a lot of times having like a consistent pattern helps clear. But having it where there's like a randomness factor makes it a little bit more difficult, I think. But I completely understand that though. I also feel it's probably a lot harder for like melee too. Because the hearts spawn directly in our hitbox. Do you think when the 24-man Savage releases in 7.1 that you and your friends... Absolutely. We are more than likely going to do every raid that comes out and every EX. We are for sure looking forward to the 24-man raid. Honestly, 3 of us played 11 for a little bit, in anticipation for like that raid, just so we get a general idea of how that story goes. Although the three of us we played that game back in the day too, so it wasn't very difficult for us to want to jump back on. Yeah, it's definitely one of the things we were really excited about going through. Actually, how much about 11 do you know? It is indeed a huge pain to play. That's fair. Like I end up having to set up like essentially if any of my friends wanted to try and play the game, I had it set up where I would give them like a full tutorial on how to even play it to begin with. So I completely understand that opinion. Because I think, honestly, just replaying it, it took me about an entire day and maybe a little bit the next day just to figure out how to play it again. In terms of just setting it up. I mean, that said, I'm still excited because the story itself's pretty good from 11. And there's a lot of really neat characters in 11 that I'm excited to see maybe show up in the raid. Oh, that's fair too, yeah. I imagine it's going to be a good time regardless of like whether you have knowledge of the lore or not. The near raids are a bit different because I feel like you would get more out of it if you actually played the games, but they are still fun. It's just there's always a lot more hype to know like about specific content. Although I say that, but the very last raid, you kind of had to have knowledge from like an older game that Yokotaro made. But I had a friend who basically knew about it anyway, so while we were doing the raid, he essentially explained it to us. At least afterwards, not during it. During it, we were confused as hell. But I do think you could still enjoy the near raids without knowing the lore. But I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. The raid that I think you might enjoy, even though it's not like based on collabs, that's it, collaborations, is the myth raids. The myth raids are really fun. I love those. And Pandemonium. I adore Pandemonium, but that's, I think, an 8-man raid. Yeah, I adore the Pandemonium series. It was super fun. Like, I definitely like Pandemonium a lot more than the Eden raids. But I also like spooky vibes. And given, like, one of the fights is basically fighting Dracula, that shit was so cool. The Edens are pretty good, too. Honestly, with the way it seems, you might have to do them eventually for story stuff, if one of the characters pop up more. I guess if you like watching Thancred and you're on JB Dads, it's a very cute questline. Although this reminds me at like some point, what I wouldn't mind to do with like Usku is just running people through a lot of content. Maybe eventually. I've also been trying to drink water just to keep myself hydrated. And also to redeem all the freaking ones that people used before. Of course. God dang it. All right, hold on. I'll take 2 sips. I forgot you were one of them, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. I honestly want to do more of that, or more Final Fantasy 14 streams. It's just, I kind of feel more comfortable recording them because my friends a lot of times forget that we're like recording. So not being able to edit that stuff out real time is a bit scary. That said, they are pretty good about like remembering when I'm streaming. But I definitely want to do more map nights because I really enjoy those. I personally like doing it because I like collecting minions and mounts and like all the fashion accessories that come with it. Like the umbrella is really, really pretty in the latest one. Like it really depends on what you consider worth your time when it comes to Final Fantasy 14 in general. Like if you don't really care about minions or fashion accessories, then not really. But it's definitely worth it for like Gil. Jackie is kind of a part of Underwater Squad, but she's more SOS, which is her own thing. God, I forgot what they're properly called. They go by Sage Ship, and the people who are part of Sage Ship are... I'm dumb. Okay, Sage Ship it has Jackie, Alex, Realm, and Suki, who does occasionally pop up in videos, but not in any of the recent ones. Although once I get Valley Armanda done, he'll pop up in that one. But the whole group, we call it just Chaos Check-In, because that's just Underwater Squad and Sage Ship combined. That would be Bahamut. It's mostly just to hide the Final Fantasy 14 chat. I mean, to hide, like, just in case people wanted to spoil lore stuff or say something offensive. It's actually this thing. Yeah, it's actually part of a bigger picture. Let me see if I can find it and I can show you real quick. So this art was done by Meg. Yeah, that's what my Final Fantasy 14 character looked like before I changed her design a little bit. But it's very pretty art and I love it to death. Still. Because Meg put a lot of detail into it. I think they're in like Heavensward maybe? But that's where the dragon came from. That they are a longtime buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry it's not really an exciting stream today. It's just me messing around with random stuff. Like I was considering like maybe streaming us playing Deadlock. but the actual fear of having voice strangers saying stuff while I'm streaming is kind of there. I really gotta find like something else for you to spend your points on. God dang it. That is appreciated though. Hydrating is very important. Top 3 anime? Ooh. God, that's hard to think of on the spot. You know, I'm opening up Crunchyroll and looking because I know Crunchyroll will give me the answers for it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay. Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead's probably really up there because that was a really fun anime to watch. We're talking about old anime? Full Metal Alchemist was one of the ones I enjoyed as a kid. Actually, I'll do anime that I liked as a kid, and then I'll do anime now. So as a kid, it was like Dragon Ball Z, Full Metal Alchemist, and Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop and Trigun were kind of similar, or on the same level. But basically anything that was on Toonami, I tended to watch. As for anime that I like now, Spy Family, Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead were 2 that I really enjoyed. And God, maybe one I'm watching right now? What is it? Oh, The Apothecary Diaries, which is all romance related. There's a lot of really good anime out right now, though, is the issue. It's kind of hard to pick top 3, because I also really like Demon Slayer. But I honestly haven't really been watching that much anime lately because I've been busy doing other stuff. Yeah, I watched season 1 and 2. I need to watch the newer seasons. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. One more arc and then it ends? Okay, that definitely means I should probably catch up on it. Oh, do you have a favorite Demon Slayer character? Out of curiosity? No, not really. That's pretty fair. Because sometimes I can be pretty biased about liking certain characters based on the VA. So do you like the Japanese dub or the English dub? Fair! I think I watched the Japanese dub, honestly, but I hear good things about the English. Honestly, it's really rare for me to actually watch anime in English, but there's recently, especially, a lot of the English voices have been very good. So I found myself watching English more often than not lately. Actually, that is pretty useful because I keep forgetting on occasion to take a sip of water. No, it's less useful when hundreds get redeemed at once, because then you just want to drown me. Hello, Cyber. Oh, I love that it shows up on screen. It didn't show up in chat, but it shows up in the fucking overlay. That's nice. That's also a really cute emote. Yeah, I'm just fixing stream overlays and stuff like that. So nothing interesting. Does it sound interesting? Yeah, see? I knew it. Right now, I'm essentially making a fan art folder that I can pop up and stream that I realized that OBS had an image overlay thing, which is pretty sick, honestly. It's fun art because it is a lot of art of my nerd and your, well, I'm debating on putting like Usqua art up here too, but shut up. I do love Cyber. They were correct. I did, I'm getting better. Pretty much only remember you as Futaba and that one dark-haired. Yeah, man, I have pictures still of like both. Although I don't think I ever was Futaba, but I did wear Futaba's outfit. Yeah, it works. Nice. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're talking about old VR chat stuff. Hell yeah. Of course I'm a nerd. I mean, yeah, you probably could. I'm very tiny. I'd be surprised if most people couldn't. Oh, I am using the chat widget still. Fuck. Oh, it does have your pronouns. Look, it doesn't have them in like the other chat, but that's pretty sick. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find that again. Because if I can have that there instead of what I'm currently using, I'm going to use that because that's pretty pog. This might just be a Stream Elements thing. I'm sad. Hey, I am drawing Roy Chiato. I've done art for him before, I just didn't like how it turned out. I'm trying to do a better job of it this time. Because the art I did was... Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. I drew this. I didn't really like it as much because I like to sketch a little bit more. Yeah. But the end result still isn't bad. It's just I wanted to try taking another stab at it. Hey, what's up, Blaze? I didn't even know you were still subscribed. Holy shit. Kind of like vibing today. Figured I'd like do a drawing stream before I have to go to work at like 5. So. Lately, besides work, I've been really just playing games with people. Working on the YouTube channel and stuff like that. Trying to come up with like more interesting stuff to film and edit. Kind of noticed that like I enjoy editing smaller content because it's just easier than doing hours and hours of footage. But like other than that, I haven't really been doing much. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun editing. I'm still not like a great editor because I definitely could improve in a lot of aspects of it. But I'm kind of like having to fight between A, making content and B, editing content. So I completely understand why most content creators hire an editor. Thank you. I honestly really enjoy drawing like smug characters. It's my favorite. Characters that are super smug or super like feral are just fun. I am drawing Roy Chiato, a male VTuber essentially. But it's because of my last piece that I drew of him I didn't really like, so I am doing a better piece. Also because I want to just get better at like male anatomy in general. Here, I can do this real quick to give you a general idea of what he looks like. This boy. Yeah, he has a very pretty design, I agree. Partly one of the reasons why I want to draw him is because I just love the design of him. I also kind of like seeing more male VTubers, I'll be honest. Although I say that and I don't really watch voice content that much. Man, your coloring skills, Blaze, is very, very good. And the fact that it's also like pixel art is just super impressive. There's something very pleasing about pixel art that I've always really enjoyed. I sadly do not have a community Discord server, at least not yet. I kind of wanted to hold off on making a Discord server until I had more of a viewership, but I do have one kind of in the works, just until I have it set up in a way where I like it. But it's definitely something I plan on doing eventually, I promise. Oh, sorry, episodes and Froshi. Thank you for the follow too. I just noticed that. My bad. Hey, I love lurkers, so absolutely fair. I can't really say anything because also whenever I'm drawing and not streaming, I love watching other people draw. Because it's on occasion very inspiring. Inspiring? Inspiring. Especially when one of my my artist friends streams. Because they're usually the reason why I feel like drawing again. And I kind of had that issue too, where like building forms is sort of kind of a pain. So my anatomy is definitely something I can work on, but like I always go with like very sketchy stuff first. Not like an example, but and then once I get like a general idea of how I want to like do something, I literally just clean it up. But I always try to like make sure whenever I'm drawing that it's something that's unique and not like the same kind of like standing pose where it's just like this. So I really like dynamic poses a lot. But I wouldn't say like I'm a professional artist at all because a lot of it is self-taught. You can if you want to, you don't have to. I can also give you like a better, alright, hold on. This is the full like VTuber thing. You don't have to put this in. My friend put that on my shirt as a joke. But this is like the full like design of the VTuber. But thank you. You honestly don't have to doodle her if you don't want to. And yeah, I love dynamic poses. That's kind of like why my art always has that kind of vibe. Like, let's see if I can pull up a piece of artwork that I have that's sort of dynamic-y. Yeah, that's my friend. My friend said that about my latest art piece too. But I definitely vibe with The World Ends With You, for sure. So that's a major compliment. Well, this is my most recent art piece that I've done, which is also, of course, with my VTuber. And as you can tell, I really love neon. Like, I love dark colors with or a dark background with like neon colors. I wouldn't say this really is a dynamic piece though. It's very pretty. Yeah! I am indeed a fox. Technically a GrimGFox, which is like based off of the... God, I think they're called like church grims. They're kind of like the black dog or folklore thing. Jesus, I can't talk. Man, yeah, don't worry about like drawing art for me, especially when you have a lot on your plate already. I appreciate fan art a lot, but at the same time, if you guys have a lot of stuff you're doing, don't worry about it. Oh, I just noticed they have a small little dot under their eye. It's actually kind of cute. I actually love that when characters do that. I do really like this character design, especially because it is a little bit complex, but not overly complex. And I don't want to pull my hair out trying to draw it kind of way. So I actually kind of don't mind drawing characters with a lot of detail because it's really good practice. It kind of helps give you a general idea of how to add complex things to characters without overkilling it a little bit. I should learn Clip Studio Paint a little bit more because I know Clip Studio Paint has it where you can do
I'm a clown, Hong Kong.
Easier stuff. Is that a Meg I see? Hello, Meg. It is a shame I cannot hear my own sound alerts because I don't know how to fix that. Hey, well, good morning or afternoon. Also, guess who I'm trying to draw again? Go to advanced properties for the sound alert? Okay. Oh, it is indeed Roy because I wanted to do a better picture of him. Because the last one wasn't bad, I just didn't like it as much.
A test
Oh
of
my
your
god,
reflexes.
scared me too. So that doesn't play twice, does it? Just once? I can hear it now though, for sure. Fucking Zeno scared the shit out of me. Alright, that's good to know though. I wasn't 100% sure, that's why I didn't do that at first. But thank you. Thank you for telling me that, honestly. Hi, Matt! Yeah, I have way too many, and none of them are organized. Like, I think I have more special effect ones. Where the hell are the special effects? Like, I have a bunch of special effects ones that I have kind of organized, but not by much. So I've kind of just been like sticking with this pen because I actually really like this pen a lot. Ooh, Friday fish fry. That sounds kind of good. That's fair though. 2 hours is a pretty good amount for streaming. I don't really have like a set like end stream thing. It's just like I'm streaming until I feel like I don't want to stream anymore. Only on Friday and apparently only on dinner time. Are you going to like an actual place or is this like a friend thing? Oh, okay. I'm not sure if maybe it's like some sort of Red Lobster special or seafood place. Oh, that's kind of cool actually. I think I've seen pubs do that before where they have like certain foods on certain days. So I don't think I've ever really noticed because usually when I went to like a pub or a bar, it was mostly to drink. Yeah, honestly, it's probably the best way to like find really cool stuff is talking to the locals. And I'm also glad to hear that your vacations have been going well too. Besides like the couple times you got sick. Or the few days I got sick, rather. But you especially need to learn to like take weeks off or take a vacation proper. Because you usually have a lot of work to do. I can imagine. You are also pretty bad about pushing yourself. A little too hard sometimes. But I am glad you were doing well in the commission aspect though. It's just try not to push yourself too hard. Because you won't be able to get any work done if you keep getting sick. Shut up! That's why I like, as tempted as I am to commission you, I'm always afraid to do it because you're always so busy. Alright, gonna get breakfast. Love a new pen beach away. Also, question before I go. What's up? Also, yes, skip breakfast. What resolution am I working at? I mean, I go 6,000 by 6,000 if you mean like what size is a canvas. Because I usually have a very big canvas when I draw. 300 DPI for your canvas, then you can probably go down to 4K resolution. Where would I go to check that? 300 DPI. Oh, I'm at like 72. Make sure it's at 300 DPI. Oh. Oh! I knew nothing about that. What the heck? Oh. Oh! I see. Bring that down to 4K in your G. So how would I bring that to 4K? For that? Yo! This does feel nicer! Oh my god! What the fuck? I can't believe I've been drawing, like, worse. Thank you! That does feel so nice. I can't believe. Alright, shut up, Matt. Look, that's why I have, like, Meg as my art senpai, because Meg can tell me really cool stuff about art that I did not know. Fuck. Well, my canvas was always at, like, 6,000 by 6,000. The issue wasn't the canvas being large, it was that it was at, like, 72 DPI. For the longest time. So I guess 72 dot per inch. So now it's at 300. Alright, look! Shut the fuck up. One day I can do 4K. One day. Why am I eating? But yeah, that does feel a lot nicer, thank you, Meg. True. I just don't have any food at the moment. I have a soda, but that's about it. Oh, I guess the soda does work. Fuck. Alright. Enjoy your breakfast, Meg. Thank you. Man, Meg is very good at making me feel so stupid. Absolutely. If I ever, like, get back into, like, trying to figure out pixel art, I totally will come for you for tips. Like I said, I really love the aesthetic of pixel art. Don't put that there. Don't put that on me. You'll find someone to be there, Meg, one day. One day. One day I will be art senpai. No, I do not have a Sprite. Although usually I do lean a Sprite. It's just right now I have a Coca-Cola. Oh, wait. Do you mean a Sprite as in, like, a pixel Sprite? Oh, a Sprite. I do not have a Sprite. I actually didn't even realize there was, like, a pixel art program. Although I probably should have, considering, like, how difficult it is to do pixel art in Clip Studio, for example. And the only other program I knew that would do pixel art is, like, MS Paint, which I think I used to do pixel art in a long time ago. Oh, don't worry about Blaze. I'll look at it and get it later, probably. Actually, let me go to Steam right now and bookmark it. Or add it to wishlist, and I'll do that at some point. I didn't even realize there was, like, a pixel thing. Oh, I thought this kind of looks like a game at first. But yeah, I'll add it to my wishlist now and then use it for later. That's really cute, though. Yeah? What's up, Meg? Dead Block right now is playable 24/7. It used to be not that way, but I think recently it changed it. So you can literally play it whenever you want to play it. Although Dead Block is making me realize I am kind of fucking trash at shooter games. Because I haven't played them in such a long time. Although it's like a shooter MOBA, so I guess the MOBA aspect also makes it a bit more difficult. Take the character with least aiming. That's fair. Because I am playing the character that requires the most aiming right now, which is Vindicta. The cool ghost lady. Or second ghost lady? Because I think Geist is also a ghost or something. Abrams is a punchy dude. I could go with him. He apparently seems very fucking easy considering how often he beats the shit out of me. Oh my god. This feels so much smoother! I can't believe I've been drawing like that the entire time. Thank you, Meg. Also, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that's the case because honestly, if this small thing is such an improvement, it makes me want to draw more because of it. Fucking insane. It's like one of the things I have a habit of not wanting to draw anymore. Not anymore, but have a habit of like taking breaks from drawing is because I'm not content with the way my art looks sometimes. So if this makes it where that's less of an issue, I won't mind too much. Fucking Rod's wrinkles. Oh, Jesus. Fuck! I forgot to hear alerts now. But yeah, I can. Honestly, I want to draw more Rod in general because he's fun. Hildy and Rod are the two that I have a habit of drawing the most.
You're fucking cringe.
God damn it. God, I haven't actually drawn Roderick in a long time. I have! I swear, it's like Roderick and fucking Hildy the most. I actually forgot how his hair works. Yeah, I haven't drawn him in a long time. Fuck. I'll have to like actually look at Roderick art again to draw him properly. Hildy's easy as shit though, because Hildy's just like, of course now that I'm like trying to draw the characters well. Like that hair. True, Roderick does have that Sonic hair. I know his hair is kind of like this, sort of. At least I draw it kind of like this. Trying to draw fast, so the art's not great. But... And then of course Grim's like super easy, because Grim's just like bangs and ponytail, so. My ears. Yeah, I definitely like, I know how to draw Usku, I just don't draw him enough. And of course, Meg's fucking abomination of hair is so difficult to draw, because like... That, I think, with... That... Like, I have to actually look at a picture to remember how it's drawn. It's like... Oh, I don't remember what the back looks like! Oh no! I think Meg's hair is kind of like that. Yeah, yeah, Aerith Code is probably safe to say. As long as Grim doesn't end up like Aerith. And Riker does change a lot. I usually, when it comes to Riker though, the hair I normally go to when I'm drawing Riker is the usual like, I think it's this hair. Where it's like that. Kind of like that kind of style. Or the ponytail, I really feel cheeky. Yeah! Bald on one and Soup on the other is essentially Meg. I kind of like how diverse Usku is in terms of like hair as well, because it just makes it easier to like tell the difference between everybody. I guess I could also draw Riker hair that's similar to like Grim's bangs and just add like fluff at the end. And then he of course has like the highlights and stuff in his hair. Yeah, I love the fact that everybody has such diverse hairstyles. And then of course fucking Eris. Jesus, I know Eris is kind of like this. I'm trying to do it from memory, honestly. I always like draw it, her ends kind of like this. Kind of add in like the little beads in certain areas. But Eris is a little more difficult. And then of course SOS I have to figure out how to draw at some point too. I do love Eris's hairstyle though. Just have to get more comfortable drawing her. Actually, I think this is the best I've drawn her hair so far. Fuck. Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed is if I'm not really thinking too hard, I draw really decently. It's just, I get inside my own head not enough times and I'm like trying to be perfect about stuff I shouldn't be perfect about. Like with this drawing especially, if I start working on it, I start thinking about like, oh, maybe that should be more like this, or that should be more like this, or this is a little floppy and I need to make it more perfect. There's a lot of times like the messier drawing, like I've loved drawings that are super messy because they always looked like just nicer. Man, mouse is impressive though, because there's no way I can do that shit with a mouse. Someone yeet a character at me. Yuna? Yuna from like Final Fantasy? You guys said you're OC, you nerd. There, she's a very good Final Fantasy girl. I'm trying to blank on what my favorites are. Oh, nope. Fang. I love Fang. Fang's a cool character. But I also really like badass ladies. Tifa! Fuck, I forgot about Tifa. Tifa's probably up there too, honestly, being my favorite. I don't know how I forgot about her. Like, one of the big fucking Final Fantasy women. Yeah, I definitely like sketchy things more, because you kind of get more of a, like, flow to it than you would sometimes with line art. Because line art just is so difficult to keep that kind of, like, movement. Because sketchy has it where, like, I think someone explained it where because you have so many lines showing movement, that when you try to, like, take the movement away by just doing one straight line, you kind of lose it a little bit. That's why a lot of people will just do the sketchy part first and then just color over it and just clean it up little by little to try and keep that kind of, like, smoothness to it. Oh, yeah. Oh, Terra! Fuck yeah! Forgot about Terra. Oh, and that has Kefka in it. That makes sense. I only know about 6 from Final Fantasy 14, really, though. And, World of Final Fantasy. Actually, isn't turning out too bad. I was a little worried that this piece wouldn't look that great as I go. A little sloppy, but my artwork tends to be that way. Rory's more of a pretty boy than he is a muscle boy. That's a lie. He has muscles. I'm dumb. He literally has, like, a fucking, reference of his torso. And that motherfucker has abs. I also hope you guys' art projects are going well, though. And I hope that my silly little stream is helping you. That is good to hear. I'm always happy to hear that. Especially because my favorite thing is, like, helping people be more creative in art stuff. Because I love seeing people be creative. Especially nowadays. Also, people working on art, don't forget to hydrate. You better be doing it. I know I'm drinking soda right now, but still. And stretch, which I also should do, so let me do that real quick. Yeah, I know I'm drinking Coke. Don't judge me. I have my water bottle next to me too. God damn it. All right, hold on. See, I have it. Don't know, it's Matt. Fuck, Matt, stop. There, it took like 3 giant gulps of water. Friggin' brat. And I really gotta get better at drawing hands. I'm just bad about like actually sitting down and researching the stuff I need to research. The detail in this art though is really nice. Not my art, the actual reference art. So knowing me, I'm probably not gonna like this art piece either, and we'll probably want to draw another one. No, actually that's a lie. I really love his face. I think I drew the face really well. But I think the thing about being an artist is you're never really gonna like 100% love your work. Which is not bad. What's bad is giving up because you don't like your work. That's bad. But I guess it's not really bad if you just don't enjoy art in general and wasn't having fun with it. If you give up because you're not feeling the art vibe, then that's understandable. Because sometimes art isn't for people. Because it'll take a lot of patience. Especially if it's something that people try to make into an actual job, not a hobby. Because then that just adds a whole bunch of other pressures on something that was originally just chill and fun for you. Because I definitely tried doing like the commission stuff where I would draw art for people for money, and I just wasn't really enjoying it that much. I love doing art as a hobby, and I love giving away free art to people when I feel like it. Because I always got more enjoyment for like surprising people with art than I did being paid to do it. That's kind of why I limited commissions to like friends only. Yeah, art is also a very steep learning curve, especially if you want to get really, really good at it. Because I kind of firmly believe that like if you draw anything, that's art. Like you could draw like a stick figure, and I would think that would be just art in general, because you're essentially putting time into creating something that wasn't there. And that is a skill that is really fucking cool when you consider the aspects of it. And like even nowadays, if I look at art I drew in the past, I always kind of like sit back and wonder how the fuck I did it. Because like even this little doodle art, if I sit here long enough and kind of start thinking about it, I'm always surprised by like how I even got it to paper, or I guess tablet. Canvas? Canvas. I'm kind of rambling, it probably doesn't make sense, but art's cool. I love art. I'm gonna hands last, honestly, because that is my least favorite freaking thing. Hands and feet are probably my weakest points. I love facial expressions. I think that's my strongest, is my expressions. Man, with how long I'm taking on liner, I may not be coloring this today, which is a surprise, so usually I fly right through this stuff. And I'm kind of glad I'm not really trying to, like, do this too quickly. I do want this to be a really pretty artwork. But it's also wild to me that there's some days where, like, I can get a picture done in a day, and there's some other days where I'm like, this is taking me, like, 5 days. I guess it also depends, like, how much effort I put in the art, too. Like, usually art that I'm drawing for people specifically, I can get done in, like, a short amount of time. But I think it also depends on, like, how much I'm enjoying the art. I think I got, like, this piece done in, like, a day. And it's because I like this character. Because I'm pretty sure I got that done in a day. Yeah, because I did the lazy stuff, which is, like, I didn't really put much detail in the feet or the hands. I kind of went very chibi. Versus... let's see, what art did I actually know I spent a lot of time on? Versus, like, this piece, which I took multiple days over. Which kind of shows, like, how much effort I put in, like, that one compared to this one. I actually still really like how I did this character's face. It's probably my favorite, honestly, in terms of shading and details. But this is also, like, I noticed if I stop drawing, my, skills kind of, like, lower. This drawing I did after, like, drawing a ton. But it was one of those things where, like, the more you draw, the more, like, locked in you get when it comes to art pieces. Yeah, I still really love that art piece, though. It's probably one of my favorites that I've done. Oh, the other art piece that I've done that I know I've liked a lot, and that was for a nerd. This is also one of my favorite art pieces I've done, as the colors are so pretty, and I love glowy shit. It is really tempting to, like, redraw this, but I don't think I'd be able to do one.
Clown Hong Kong!
Jesus fucking Christ, Matt! That scared me. Yeah, that is also one of my favorite art pieces that I've done. Like, I really want to, like, sit down and actually work on more Usku art, because I was also working on the Floor Dawn Trail. I think I've showed you guys that. Where is it? Like this stuff. I really gotta sit down and, like, actually sketch out and finish drawing the colors on. I still really love this a lot. Because the expressions on, like, Grim and Hildy are probably my favorite. Oh, and this one too. Hildy and Roderick over here. Also fucking Hildy's anatomy over here. I don't know how the fuck I did that. It still looks really good. I think there's a couple of things that need to get, like, fixed, because I think this arm's a little funky, but other than that, it's not bad. Roderick over here, I might need to, like, put more effort into, like, Because his head feels bigger than his body, so I might have to fix that. That will be a different day. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I really like doing dynamic art, which is why I always try to push poses. I feel like the way characters are standing or moving is very important to the character in general. And just like the mood of a piece of art too. Because you really can't tell much about a character just standing still. And sometimes it's like just better to like say fuck it to anatomy and just go with like what you think is gonna look cool for a picture. And then like looking at like poses and stuff like that for dynamic stuff is also very helpful. But having a general idea of what kind of like vibe you want the art to have in general is also very important. I also like really smug characters. I tend to usually go with like the very smuggy vibes. I think that's why I like drawing Hildy so fucking much, because Hildy's very smug. Yeah, a little bit. Because knowing anatomy, at least the very basics of anatomy, kind of helps. I think my lowest anatomy for me when it comes to like what I know the least is probably the fucking legs. Like the legs down is where I'm the worst at. So I never know how to fucking position the legs. Which is why I should probably just sit down and kind of like figure that stuff out at some point too. Because I always tend to like love drawing the upper part. Because the upper part's just like, I know how the neck works. The neck is like this, and then like this, and then like you want to draw that stuff, and then you want to go like this. And you got that part, and then you got like this part. So generally I have like the general shape of how things work, and if I want to be a girl, it's more round. If I want to be a guy, it's more straight. Although I know my like males and females kind of look similar, so I draw very like girly men. At least that's what Nick tells me. Nick says I draw like very round men. Which is fair, because I always go like for rounder shapes when I draw guys. Versus like girls who are super curvy. But like unlike Meg, I am also not like an art professional. I just kind of do whatever I feel vibes the best. Which actually is not a bad way to approach art, because sometimes going with whatever vibes best with you makes really cool, unique art styles. So kind of branching away from like professional art or like professional tactics isn't also a bad idea. Because sometimes that just makes art a lot more fun if you don't worry about the specifics of being perfect. I need to remember that sometimes, actually. Of course, I'm not saying you shouldn't like put more effort into figuring out anatomy and stuff like that, because that also will always improve your art. To some extent, I feel like people can kind of tell when a picture is off anatomy-wise, but the rule of cool is very important. How does that look? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. Oh, me. I guess maybe next time if I ever draw this boy, I'm probably just gonna have him sitting down drinking tea. Or like coffee. I think that's what his stick is. It's kind of like just my way of like getting more comfortable with drawing him and his outfit, really. I do think I want to do more art streams. I really like the vibe of them. They're very chill and like you don't really have to think too much. I can focus on my art. I do like the idea of maybe like next time I do an art stream, maybe just drawing people's OCs would be fun. I love doing that. But they'll probably be like very chibi-esque, because I'm not... Especially if I want to do like really quick art of people's character. Chibis is just so super simple for me. There's like... Where's a chibi example? The type of chibis I usually do that are really quick are these. Kind of like no brain, very simple. Or like... Do I have any more chibi art? I think I do. Here's another good example of chibi art. There's like no thought processes, or Jesus Christ, I can't speak again. There's no thought, real quick. So maybe next time I do one, I might do that. So I actually really love these chibi art. Especially this one. I love what I did with like the highlights and stuff like that. It's very pretty. There's one in particular I actually really enjoyed that I drew of... Oh, I forgot! I drew this for Blaze of my like OC too. That's Kenji. The only real thing that's not really chibi art, is it? It's actually a lot more detailed than I remember. Was Echo chibi? Echo might have been chibi. Oh, here's another good chibi doodle. That may not even be chibi either. Yeah, okay, actually that is chibi. Probably next art stream I'll probably do something more chibi-esque. That's like the closest I can do like to a heart right now, until I get off my lazy ass and do heart emote. Yeah, I'm very tempted to commission mine too, because I can't really do emotes that well. That's really sweet. I'm very happy. I'm glad my voice is soothing. Oh, he has a cute sun motif. Honestly, I'm most excited to like actually color it in and do sparkles. I love sparkles and stuff. Oh, I so love what I did with his face. I love it. Looks so much better than the other picture. I also think I got a general idea of how his hair works too, so that's nice. Yeah, the downside of like drawing is that I also don't want to stop drawing, especially when I get going. That's why I have to like hard stop myself sometimes. I have a bad habit, especially when I'm drawing late at night, to just keep drawing until it's like 3 AM in the morning. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Next time I'll probably use like a reference for posing. Because I did kind of just wing it. The pose is a bit more interesting, I think. Yeah, I might do that with the hands instead, because I kind of prefer that. Considering I'm almost done with the line art, I can color it probably next time. Or at least relatively soon. I think, however, since it is like 4:05 and I did want to stop at 4, this is probably going to be where the stream ends, sadly. At the very least, I hope I helped you guys a lot with your art. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing more art streams in the future. So if you ever see me streaming and want to pop in and say hello, I will always appreciate that. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching. And I hope to see you guys around at some point. Because I do appreciate anybody that stops by.